By the end of this episode, you'll see how one man, exiled, alone, grinding glass lenses in silence, dared to redefine God. Baruch Spinoza said something so radical, it got him excommunicated from his own people. God is not above the world. God is the world. He wasn't an atheist. He was something far more dangerous. He believed that God and nature were one, that everything you see, everything you feel, and everything you are is divine. Spinoza's vision didn't just rewrite theology, it rewired what it means to be human. Picture Amsterdam in the 1600s, a city buzzing with trade, ideas and tension, and a young Jewish philosopher named Baruch Spinoza sits quietly in a small workshop, polishing lenses. He was born into a Portuguese Jewish family, refugees escaping persecution, yet he would soon face a different kind of exile. At 23, the synagogue condemned him with one of the harshest punishments possible, sherem, excommunication. He was cursed, banned and erased, all for one idea, that God was not a person. To Spinoza, God wasn't sitting on a throne watching the world. God was the very laws of the universe. He called it Deus Sive Natura, God or nature. That phrase would become one of the most explosive sentences in philosophy. Let's pause here and ask, what does it mean to say God and nature are the same? Imagine everything that exists, every atom, every emotion, every star, as parts of a single living organism. That's Spinoza's God, an infinite, self-sustaining, impersonal being that is existence itself. He believed there is only one substance in the universe, one reality from which everything else flows. You, me, the trees, the galaxies. We're not separate from God, we're expressions of God. This is called pantheism, and it shattered the old religious worldview. To the church, God created the world. To Spinoza, God is the world. Creation wasn't a past event, it's an ongoing process happening right now through you. Here's where things get controversial. Spinoza's God doesn't listen to prayers, he doesn't punish, reward or intervene, he doesn't get angry or jealous because emotions imply imperfection, and for Spinoza, God is perfection itself. This was blasphemy to the Jews and the Christians of the time. But what Spinoza was really saying was this: the universe doesn't revolve around human stories. It revolves around eternal laws, reason, cause, necessity. And that's where Spinoza's determinism comes in. Spinoza believed that everything happens, or everything that happens, every thought, every movement, every tragedy, unfolds through natural necessity. Just like the planets orbit the sun, your mind follows laws of cause and effect. In Spinoza's world, there's no free will in the way we think of it, but paradoxically, there's a deeper kind of freedom, understanding. You become free not by changing what happened, but by understanding why it happened. Freedom is not rebellion, it's clarity. When you see the chain of causes behind every event, you stop being a victim of emotion. You become part of the divine logic itself. And that's what he meant by freedom as understanding. Spinoza understood emotions with startling modern insight, centuries before psychology was born. He said, emotions are not enemies of reason, they're products of it. Anger, jealousy, fear, they're not random storms. They arrive because of how we perceive the world. If you misunderstand the cause of something, you suffer. But once you understand it, once you see the mechanism, the emotion loses its grip. You don't defeat emotion through willpower, you transform it through knowledge. He even predicted Freud's idea of the unconscious, the notion that by bringing causes into awareness, we heal. Spinoza wrote his magnum opus, Ethics Like a Mathematical Proof, a book about the soul written with the precision of Euclid. He built his philosophy step by step with definitions, axioms, and logical deductions, and at its core was one truth. The path to happiness isn't faith or wealth, it's understanding the nature of reality. He believed ethics wasn't about commandments or sin. It was about aligning your mind with truth, seeing the world through the eyes of God, or rather through the eyes of nature itself. When you understand the totality, you experience peace. Not the peace of ignorance, but the peace of perspective. Here's the paradox. If everything is determined, where does morality fit in? Spinoza said that good and evil aren't objective. They're relative, reflections on how things affect us. Fire isn't evil for burning, it simply acts according to its nature. A storm isn't cruel, it just follows the laws of physics. In the same way, human actions arise from necessity, not malice. This idea was shocking, but for Spinoza, this understanding didn't destroy ethics, it purified it, because true morality doesn't come from punishment or fear. It comes from understanding why people act as they do, and responding with reason, not retribution. To Spinoza, enlightenment wasn't found in temples or prayers. It was found in realization that you are not separate from the world. You are the world, looking at itself. He called this state the intellectual love of God. It's not worship, it's awakening. A moment where your mind and the universe feel like one vast breathing consciousness. This love isn't emotional, it's cosmic empathy. You love the totality because you see yourself in it. Spinoza dies young, 44, likely from inhaling glass dust as he ground lenses, but his clarity of vision still shapes philosophy, science, and spirituality today. Einstein famously once said, "I believe in Spinoza's God, who reveals himself in the orderly harmony of what exists." And in that sentence, it lies between the bridge of physics and philosophy. Spinoza's God is the laws of the cosmos. His ethics is the understanding of those laws. His freedom is the acceptance of them. In a world obsessed with control, Spinoza reminds us, you don't need to control reality. You need to understand it. So right now, as you listen, think about this. Every breath, every thought, every heartbeat is the universe expressing itself through you. You are not a fragment of reality. You are reality, aware of itself. That is the essence of Spinoza's message. That God is not out there. God is here, in every molecule, every idea, every act of understanding. To know that is to be free. To live it is to be divine. Spinoza's life was proof that peace doesn't come from belief, it comes from vision. He lost everything, his family, his faith, his community, but gained the universe. And maybe that's a real lesson. When you stop searching for God above, you find divine within. The eyes you're seeing through, the consciousness you call you, that's God seeing itself. Everything is connected, everything is necessary, and everything is one.